Hey team leads, it's Amanda here for your weekly L&D roundup. We're actually at my house tonight, which is fun because we all have a short weekend, so we're squeezing everything into 3 days. And I'm especially taking off Thursday, Friday, and Saturday because my little brother's getting married, which is really fun. I can tell you all about it in Detroit. So I have some fun and very important updates for you. Everything, of course, is linked in the email below, but I want to highlight some really important key points. The first thing that's important to point out is that your new team members will be working in TFAC stage probably until the end of July. They will start doing their TFAC checkouts. Our hope is that most of them will check out the week of July 22nd, but there will probably be a few stragglers that will still be doing their checkouts the first week of August. That means if you're doing a practice outreach cycle the week of July 15th or July 22nd, they will need to do a fake outreach cycle in TFACT. Sarah Metzger will be sending along a guide to do this. Tanya and Sarah and their outreach team have already created a set of fake prospects that you can do a fake outreach cycle with in July. If you do want to email signups, you can definitely do that. They just won't be able to conduct all of the next steps in TFACT, in the real TFACT, so they would need to have a vet partner to do that with. The second thing I want to point out in the updates from this week is that there is a facilitator scope and sequence. So it's the full scope and sequence for the summer, except you'll see exactly who the facilitator is for each session. What's really great about this is you can actually filter it by content, by facilitator, and by virtual learning community. So we hope that will help you out in your planning. Prep for RT 101. All right, we are bringing back RT 101. We're excited based on positive feedback from previous RT 101s. But there are some important things for you to do. First of all, there is one piece of prep work that our new team members will have to complete. Originally we said there was no prep work, but we were looking at the reading for the additional impact session. It doesn't happen until later in the week at RT 101. We thought it would be better to send this to our new team members in advance so that they can read and reflect on it before coming to Detroit. Adam will be highlighting this in his training call on Wednesday, and Tanya will be sending it in the individualized agendas to each team member. So you're not going to really have to follow up on it. We just want to make sure that you are aware this is happening. Second, there are a couple things you need to print. One, you need to print your own guide for RT 101. It is actually attached to this email, so you can open and print it. Second, you need to print the outreach guide if you're going to be at RT 101 on Wednesday and Thursday. Sarah and Jen need to give you, or will give you, specific instructions on Wednesday morning about how to support new team members as you sit at the table with them. But you're going to want to make sure you have that guide in front of you and are familiar with it. So print it and familiarize yourself with it before we travel to Detroit. Third is a cultivation rubric. You'll actually want to use this throughout the year. So print it. We'll be using it at RT 101, and then you'll use it throughout the year. A couple things I wanted to highlight about the week. On Monday night, we'll be doing a Stories of RT's Past social dinner, which will be networking on the rooftop of a great bar. Thanks to Randy Warren for setting that up. But the idea is to just give our new team members the opportunity to interact with you all and hear about your challenges, your celebrations, your wins, the piece of advice you wish someone had given you when you joined the RT. And we hope that by sharing these real stories, it will not only give our team members a chance to meet you, but it will also give our team members the opportunity to hear actually what a year in the life of an RT member looks like through real stories. So be thinking about some of those stories that you might want to share on Monday night. Tuesday, as you've seen on the agenda, is all cultivation. Wednesday and Thursday is a heavy focus on outreach and TFACT. The MD Director Guide says specifically where you need to be and when. So again, make sure you read that. The other thing that could be helpful is, in one of the helpful resources I shared, is a TFACT manual. Justin Yan actually PDF'd the section from the reference book all about TFACT. I actually printed that for myself to bring to RT 101. I recommend you print that for yourself as well. Again, to have as a handy tool as you're trying to support new team members next week. A few more things. In the helpful section guide, or in the helpful resources section, One thing I will highlight is there is a recording of a call by Tracy Elizabeth from our legal team all about employee policies. If you were not on that call, or if you were not a manager of a team last year and were not on that call, I included the recording. Just if you have any questions about legal policies, I would recommend reading or watching it if you haven't already. Two updates about vet training. There's been lots of great participation around vet training the past week. You'll see the attendance tracker linked below. Also, we got some great feedback in our cultivation training last week about the core beliefs and common influencers. Adam has been working very hard on updating those. We've talked to a few people that were on that call and have made those updates. So thank your vets for that, and we'll be sending communication to them. And then finally, for you all, there will be dashboard training in July. I'm sending the invites to those trainings directly after I send this email. So if you would like to get some additional experience and training on dashboards, please accept those. We'll actually be spending time on the call sharing dashboards. All right, with that, I'm going to wrap up the call. Thank you all so much for your hard this week. I think it's been a really great week for most of our team members, and that is in large part to do with just, I think, us all living up to our core values, especially team. So thank you. I'll see you all in Detroit on Monday. Have a great long weekend.